Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you found the first couple of videos entertaining and somewhat educational. So, for this video, I had something completely different in mind, but once we get into the next product review, you'll kind of understand why I decided to go on this tangent. There are several different variants out there of popular carry, uh, handguns and even rifles, uh, and not just like AR-15s either. M1 Garands, M1 carbines. Um, Obviously, you've got the Kimber rimfire conversions. You have the Glock 44. You have the German Sporting Arms 1911s, the Remington 1911s, Browning 1911s, the 22s. So there's a lot of different variants of common and popular defensive and sporting firearms that are available in 22 caliber, and there's several different reasons for that. If you're new to the hobby, number one, 22 ammunition is cheap. It's significantly cheaper than 5.56 or 223 or 9mm or 45 ACP or any of the other popular defensive calibers. So it allows, say for instance, a person that primarily carries a Glock 19, if they were to purchase a Glock 44, that is a weapon that is identical in frame size to their primary carry gun, but it allows them to train at a fraction of the price. Instead of having to burn up 9mm ammunition, instead they're burning up 22 shells. And if you really want to go hardcore with it, you can even set up, say, a Glock 44 identical to your primary Glock 19 that you carry. Depending on how high speed your rig is, that's not outside the realm of possibility, and it allows you to practice how you would fight with similar equipment. Same with the Smith & Wesson M&P 1522 Sport is the 22 long rifle version of a M&P 15 Sport, their 5.56/223 AR-15 platform rifle. So my point is, if you're new to the hobby or you're established in the hobby of firearms and the defensive mindset, if there is a similar gun to what you primarily carry or rely upon for self-defense that's in a rimfire caliber, you might want to go ahead and take a look at, if you haven't already, you might want to go ahead and look at picking one up and, if you have the money to spare, tricking it out the exact same way you have your actual defensive or carry rig set up. That way, when you go to the range, you're not having to break the bank every time, dumping, a lot of money, burning up a lot of money in training in training and ammunition. Don't get me wrong, 22 ammo is definitely not anywhere near what it once was, 20 years ago when I was a kid, but it's certainly a lot cheaper. $35 buys you 500 rounds of Remington Gold Bullet versus $30 versus $17 or $18, depending on what you're getting and where you're getting it from. Buys you 50 rounds of 9mm FMJ. So that's not hard math. Add to that, the less you're shooting your actual carry weapon, the cleaner it stays. So that's another upside to getting a rimfire version. So again, for any of you newbies out there, whatever weapon you're thinking about getting, and there's lots of different options. Glock has the Glock 44, which again, it's identical. It's identical to a Glock 19 or a Glock 23. They use the same holsters The magazines are the same exterior dimensions. I can't stress that enough. Don't try to use 19 or 23 mags in a freaking Glock 44. But, or vice versa. But, you know, it is a very good training aid, and they're just fun to shoot. You know, Smith & Wesson, they offer a 22 version of their M&P Shield and their M&P, you know, the full size variants. So definitely, if you have a handgun or a tactical rifle that you like to have and keep around and train with on a regular basis, you look and see if, do a little bit of digging on that there interweb and see if there's a rimfire version that's either identical and allows you to use the same holsters, or pretty close, you know, to where it's the same basic configuration as far as your mag release, your slide release, safety, mechanical safeties, sight pictures, external hammer, internal striker, you know, all that fun stuff. So just something to keep in mind. And even if you want to go all the way and go full retard, you know, get the exact same, you know, finish, you know, you can. I don't think you'd need to go that crazy with it, but, you know, to each their own. But that is this month's pro tip, at least on safety and self-defense and things and such, and training, is if you own a popular gun, an M&P Shield, a Smith & Wesson M&P, or a Glock, or a SIG, or, you know, an AR-15, do some digging and see if you can find a rimfire version of it if you don't already have one. And if you can find one, great. First chance you get, pick one up and deck it out like your actual, you know, full-size centerfire version. That way you can train for pennies on the dollar. Thank y'all. We'll see you next time, and stay tuned for this next product review. You'll see why I'm harping on this rimfire training.